You are welcome to our lesson number 6, and we are continuing with functions in Excel. In today's lesson, we are going to look at the following functions. We should be able to look at if function. How do we use if function? We are going to use count function. So if function can be used in various ways. You can use it when commenting. You can use it when grading and many others. Now count function, in case you want to return the number of non-empty cells in a selection. There is count blank, in case you want to return empty cells, the number of empty cells in a selection. Then count if is used in case you are given a certain criteria. And lastly, rank, in case you want to position the selected cells depending on maybe the total the cell is having. Okay, so let's begin with the first one, which is if, and we are going to look at this table. So the table below shows end of year 2000 promotional results of P6 pupil from Njero Primary School. Enter the data in a spreadsheet and save it as Njero. So here is our data that they wanted us to enter, and I'm having it here. So when we look at the requirements, use suitable function to calculate the total marks scored by each pupil in column G. So by now, we know that in case we are using a function and want to get the total, we use a function called the sum. Then they also want us to compute the average using a function, and we come and generate the position. Okay, so let's begin with the total. So when getting total, we use function called the sum, and I have here total 1, total 2. That means that you can either we have two ways, and for you a student, simply just take only one direction that may be easier for you. So the first way, we know that in case you are using a function, you must begin with equal sign. So we click the cell where I want to return the total, then introduce the equal sign followed by the function name, which is sum, bracket. The first way is just by clicking the first cell that you want to add, comma, click the second one, comma, click the third one, comma, then the last one, and you close your bracket. Press enter. So after that, getting for the first person, simply come and copy your formula or your function to the rest of the people. So click on the first answer you have got, then move your cursor to this box here, then you drag it down. That's the first way. The second way, equal, introduce in the function name sum, bracket, then we are using the cell range from the first one up to the last one. So that means that click and hold the first cell, then you drag it to the last one. So it will give you here the cell range C2 to F2. So there is this dot here that represents 2. Then close your bracket, press enter. So you will realize that it has given the same total. So go ahead and copy. Okay, let's now come up with the average average will do the same. So equal sign, function name, which is average, opening bracket. So we can have the first one, comma, the second one, comma, the third one, comma, the fourth one. And this method here is good for the cells which are not close to one another. For example, you want to get the average of math and science only. So you use this, separate them with a comma. After inserting in your function name, you click on that comma, you come and click on the other one. So the cells which are not adjacent, we use such kind. Then press enter. Then we can come and copy. Then also equal sign, average, so we use the cell range here also, from this up to science. Close, enter. Then you can copy for the rest. That is it, total and average. Now let's go and come up with the position. So when we are positioning, we use a function called a rank, and this is how we use rank. Equal sign, function name, which is rank, open bracket. It should be able to give you how the function will look like, the syntax for the function. So rank, after rank, opening bracket that we have put there, then inside bracket number. So number, this number means which number are you ranking. So I'm ranking basing on a total 1. I'm ranking basing on a total 1. So the first number you are ranking is this number it is asking you for. So come and click on the first number that you are ranking. So since I'm basing on total 1, the first number is that. Now when you come back here, you can see comma, so you also put comma. Then after comma, there is a ref. Ref means the range from where to where do you want to rank. So I'm ranking from the first one number here, up to the last one. So select from the first one to the last one. Okay, then I'm going to show you something. Order, comma, order. Order, there is descending and ascending. Do you want to rank the best person to have the highest mark? Yes. So I will use 0, enter. So it is giving me that the one I've ranked is number 2. So therefore come and also copy it. Okay, this is what I wanted to show you here. Now when you see, we have number 1, number 2, number 2. So when you see the total for number 2 here, 260, here 265, that means that we are wrong. So there is something that we are missing, and that's what I wanted to show you. Now you come and see, remember we are ranking here, the first one here we are ranking this one, but we are comparing it from here up to here. So we are having G2 up to G11. That's very good. Now when we come to the second one, it must be we are ranking this number here, but we are comparing from the first one up to the last one. But when you come here, we are having the cell that we are ranking, which is, that's very nice, but the comparison, it is comparing from here up to here, which is wrong. It must compare from the first one up to the last one. So therefore when we are ranking, this cell range that we are comparing, we must fix it with the dollar sign. So that means that we are going to have equal the function name rank open bracket number, and the number is that cell, comma ref, the range from where to where are you ranking. So we are comparing with it from here up to there. Okay, then what you do here, we must fix this cell because it must not change. Even if you come to this one, even if you are ranking this one, it must still compare from G2 to G11. So how do we fix here the dollar sign? By simply getting to your keyboard, you have that key called the function keys, and there is F1, F2, F3 up to F12. So for this case, simply just press on F4. It will insert for you the dollar sign where they are supposed to be, then comma order, which is 0, and close your bracket, press enter. So when you come back and copy, you'll realize that now we do not have the repetition unless the total mark is the same. That's when you will have the repetition. So we have number 1, number 2, number 3, number 4. So let's see it. When you are in this cell, you can see rank. We are ranking G2, and we are comparing from G2 to G11. So when we come here, we are ranking G3, which is this one here, but the comparison still, we are comparing from G2 up to G11. So when you come here, we are ranking G8. This is G8 here, but when you are comparing from where to where, from still the first one up to the last one, so it has not changed. Okay, that's the first way. Then the second way of ranking, we use the name box. This is the name box here. So what you do first, for in case you are going to use the name box, we shall not fix, we shall not use the dollar sign. But what you do now, like here, we are using total. We are using total. So what you are going to do, before entering in the function name here, you first come and save this cell range. You give it a name. From here up to here, you give it a name, such that you don't use that, you don't fix. So what you do, you will come and select from the first one up to the last one where you want to rank. So after selecting, move your cursor to name box and click once and give that name box any name. Type there any name. You can even type the word apple and press enter. So that means that you have fixed this cell range from here up to here to only one word, which is apple. And for that case, you do not need to use the dollar sign. So then you come back and you feed in the function name equal sign rank. So the number we are ranking, remember we are ranking based on this total. So we are ranking the first number, which is this, comma ref, from where to where. So from here up to here. You will realize that here now it has not given us the cell range, but it has given us the name that we gave there, which is apple. So comma order. So for that case, you do not need to use the dollar sign anywhere, because here apple is fixed already. Then press enter and you copy. So when you come and see your result, it is the same as the first one. So when you see here, you are having your ranking G2, but the cell range, what are you comparing with? From where to where? Is from here to here, and we have called it apple. Here you will have apple, here you will have apple. It will not change. So that's why I think it is the simplest one, because you may not forget to use the dollar sign. So that is a rank. How to use a rank? There are two ways. Okay, so let's go back to our if students with an average of 65 and above are to be promoted to P7, pupils with an average of 50 and above are to repeat P6, while students with an average mark of 50 and below are to try another school. Use if function in column J to generate the above uppercase comment. So we are going to comment on these people basing on average. So in case the student is having an average from 0 to 40 to 50, from 0 to 50, remember this is a 50 and below. So from 40 and 50, what you do, the comment should be try another school. From 50 to 64, repeat P6. Then from 65 and above up to 100, promoted to P7. So we are going to use if function to come up with that comment. And here I have comment 1, comment 2. We have also two ways of using if function. So we begin equal sign if, that is the function name, then open bracket. Now we are having here logical test, value if true, value if false. So logical test, what are you testing? Which average are you standing on? Which average are you considering? So we are here in average 1, and our first value is here. If this cell is containing what? So you simply come and click on that cell. If I2 is greater, here we are having if 65 and above, that means that from 65 and above, if that cell, this cell here, is containing a value which is greater or equal to 65, comma, what should be the comment? The comment should be promoted, and the comment must be inside the double quotes. Promoted to P7, and you close that quote. That's the first comment, in case that cell is containing a value which is equal or greater than 65. The comment should be promoted, comma, still we are standing on that very cell if, because remember this cell may not meet that condition. If this very cell, click on it again. So what is the second comment? The second comment is pupils with an average of 50 and above must repeat P6. So if this cell is having a value which is greater or equal to 50, comma, what will be the comment? Open your quotes, repeat P6, and close your quotes, comma, then the last comment. So if this very cell here, if, because remember the cell may meet this, if it does not meet this criteria, move the next one. If it does not meet, then look for the last one. So if, and the third one here, the third one is that in case the student has got them an average mark of 50 and below. So there I think it was supposed to be below 50, yeah? Below 50, try another school. So if this cell here is, so I2 is less than 50, comma, open quotes, then try another school, close your quotes. So you can see we are having 3 if statements here. The first one is catering for in case the cell has an average of 65 and above, then the comment should be promoted. What if the cell does not have that? So that means that the Excel should go ahead and look for the next if statement. If the cell is having an average of 50 and above, then the comment should be repeat. In case it does not meet all these two, then it comes for the last one. If this very cell contains an average of less than 50, then the comment should be try another school. So remember, we're opening brackets. This 1, 2, 3. We must also close it 3 times. So close your bracket 3 times, and we see the comment. Then you come and copy for this one. Then we can also go ahead and expand the cells. Okay, so you can see we are having here promoted, repeat, because we have said those ones, all those ones who are having 65 and above should be promoted. So this one will be promoted, this one will be promoted, this one will be promoted, and this one will be promoted. Now those ones who are having 50 and above, so that means that it is 50 to 65, sorry, to 64, they will all repeat, and the others. All right, then the next way of using if function, let's look at that. Equal function name, bracket, function name, bracket. If we are still on this average, if this cell, we click on it, is greater or equal to 65, comma, the comment should be promoted to P7, promoted to P7, close your quotes, don't forget those quotes, comma, if this very cell is greater or equal to 50, comma, quotes, repeat, P6, close your quotes, comma, and that's where now, this is where I'm coming to. So if this cell here has 65 and above, the person should be promoted to P7. But if the cell has 50 and above, the person should repeat. Else, so in case it looks for all these two conditions and they are not there, then that means that the last option is simply to assign it try another school. So that means that we are not going to repeat another if statement here. We simply come and type in the last comment, try another school. then close your quotes. So there are two ways. You can use if throughout, or you can use if and then the last comment or last word you want to display there, you simply just type it without the repeating the if statement. Then you close your bracket. This time we are closing it twice, simply because we opened it once. Twice here we did not open. Then press enter. You should be able to come up with the same. Then you also go ahead and expand that. So that is the rank if. Alright, sort the data in ascending order by name. So let's sort the data. So to sort, we need to select all of the data. Move your cursor to data, sort, and by name, here by name, select name in ascending order, A to Z. If it is descending, Z to A. So, okay, we are done with that. In cell C13, count the number of students who did math. C13 is here. Count the number of students who did math. So we are going to use count function. Only those ones who did math. So we are going to have equal. Function name is count. Open bracket. We are counting from the first one here up to the last cell. Close your bracket. So this one will return for us only the non-empty cells. Remember, we have this cell empty, this cell empty. It will exclude it. So press enter. So it is giving us 8. Out of all these numbers, we have 10 of them, but it has returned only 8. That means that it's only 8 students was a marks in mathematics. It excludes for you this empty cells. Okay, the next one is in cell C14, count the number of students who did not do math. So those ones who do not have marks for mathematics, we can see 1, 2, but don't just go and type here 2. You will be caught, because if you type here 2 and you continue, you will have 2 here, yes, but when they are marking, the moment they come and click on that, it is 2 which will appear here. You can see this 8 here. It is not appearing here, but the function that you used. So here also we do the same, equal. Since we are going to count blank cells, because those ones who do not have math marks, so we use count blank. So equal count blank. Count blank from up to the last one. So you are telling Excel to count for you only the blank cells, but it should begin from the first one here up to the last one here. Then press enter. It will give you true. So when you come and click here, you will not see 2 here, but instead you will see the formula that you used. Okay, all right. In cell E13, count the number of students who scored below 50 in SST. SST here, we are going to count the number of students, but those ones who scored below 50. So you have a criteria there, below 50. That means that we use a count if. So equal count if. Open your bracket. We are counting from where? From the first person up to the last one, comma, but we want to return only those ones who scored below 50. So you can see here, count if, range, I have that, my range is here, comma, then criteria is less than 50, but the criteria must be closed in double quotes, then less 50, close your quotes, close the bracket, press enter. So there are 4 of them who scored below 50. We have 1, we have 2, 3, and 4. That's okay. Last one, add your name and index number as a footer to your worksheet. That one you should be able to do that. Then after that, make sure you apply borders. Please don't forget to apply borders to your work. Apply borders to your work by selecting, go back to home, then border is here, apply all borders, and there you are good to go. Thank you so much. Let's meet in the next session.